Alright, I just got a new knife from Kershaw, and let's take a look at it, the one right next to the Shy Guy. Alright, first we'll take a look at the box. It's the Kershaw, this is a famous Kershaw red box, and on it says CRYO 1555 Ti. I do believe the 155 Ti is the paint designation, and I just got this a few hours ago. And first thing I noticed, it's got some weight to it, and its color, the color of this stuff or this thing is kind of a battleship gray. It's pretty dark, and it is a Rick Hinderer design. Now Rick Hinderer, as I understand, is a famous knife guy, and most of his blades are in the $200 plus range, way out of my range. So okay, it's got a flipper design, and it's an assisted opening also, and it really pops out of there fast. Let's try that again. It's got a flipper design, and it also has thumb studs. Try the thumb stud this time. It's still pretty fast. I kind of prefer the flipper. It's really fast. Alright, and the blade steel on this is HCR13 MOV, and it's got the titanium carbonitride coating, which is another name for fancy paint job. It's probably like a lot better than Rust-Oleum camouflage, and I'm sure it's kind of like the Duracoat that a lot of people like to put on their guns and knives. Okay, so it's got the speed safe assisted opening with a flipper. Let's take a closer look at this blade here. It's got the Kershaw Speed Safe logo right there. And on the other side it has the 1555 Ti, and it's got a patent, and it says Hinderer design. And right down there you can see the HCR13 MOV from that overseas company, or overseas whatever. And a couple things notable on this knife. It has a pin blade stop. Instead of using the thumb studs as blade stop, it's got a pin right there on top of the, you can see right above the flipper, there's a pin. Another nice design, or a nice piece of this knife, is the frame lock. You can see the frame lock right there. And it's got what they're calling a lock bar stabilizer right at the top of the pocket clip. Right here is a stabilizer, so you can't overextend the frame lock when you open it or close it. Go to close it, you can't push it too far. That's what that thing's for. It's a frame lock stabilizer. Alright. And it does have some traction notches on it. It's got some down here at this end, right down here, and it's got some really good traction notches on the blade itself and on the frame right near the blade. And the flipper acts as a finger choil, protects you from going too far, and it's got some good grip on these serrations. Not bad. And the pocket clip is 4-way, and it's got kind of a deep design on the pocket clip. It's not bad. A few other things about this. Overall length is right about 6.5 inches. Blade length is just about 2 3/4. Enclosed, this thing is 3 3/4 inches closed. And the weight, let's take a look at the weight. Okay, the weight on this thing is 4.15 ounces. So that's a pretty decent weight. It's a little heavy, but nothing you should struggle with. I really like this blade. It's going to be a good part of my EDC collection. Alright, the blade itself is hollow ground, and it's got a really strong detent. When you go to open this thing up, give it a good push, but it really flies after you get past that detent. Even with the thumb stud, still flies out really fast once you get past the detent. And let me get something to do a cut test real quick on it. I got some thick cardboard. This thing feels like it's really razor sharp. Give it a try. Yep. Really sharp. Feels like I could cut all day with that thing. So it comes from the factory with a really good sharp edge on it. And let's see, it's got a flow through design. And it's got hourglass standoffs. And the lanyard hole, it's a pretty good lanyard hole. And it's got a tube. It's actually one of the standoffs. The lanyard hole is a standoff. Let's just take a look at the centering on this thing. Looks to me like it's centered pretty good. Maybe a little bit to the left there, but not bad. And does it have any blade play? I can't feel any movement at all, up or down. It doesn't wiggle. So overall, I'd say it's a really good value. It is a value knife. I think I got it for just under 30 bucks on eBay. Pretty nice knife. Yeah, it was $29 shipped from a company on eBay. So yeah, and it does have, let's see, it does have Torx head screws in it. They're all Torx head, and they take a T6 Torx bit. And one of the best tools I found for working on knives is this Benchmade. It's the Benchmade blue box toolkit. If you don't have one of these and you work on knives, this is something to get. It's only about 20 bucks. But yeah, this knife is be a really good addition to my EDC. So there it is, the Kershaw CRYO, a Rick Hinderer design knife by Kershaw. It's a nice one. Knuckle bump.